On the other side.
Wait a minute.
All right, here's the tricky part. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay, go to the other side. You can lift up and control it better. Okay, I'm holding back. We're clear. All right, I'm letting go. All right.
Well, blow this thing out like this too.
Yeah.
All of it fell down there now.
Huh?
All the dust, all the...
Yeah. All right, as you see, we're gonna end up putting a fiberglass reinforcement on the whole inside of the hood to get rid of the bow that's on the other side. I ended up having to strip off all that, and we're gonna lay out a nice layer of matte over the whole thing and give it some reinforcement so I can work with the roof. It just it kept going in and out. So I'll come back to it after we got everything laid. All right, you can see now that we've laid out 3 layers of fiberglass webbing and put a nice layer of matte over everything. Yeah, she's nice and rich. Just trying to rub it all down. It gave us a real nice reinforcement, and the inside pattern and everything when it's done will look completely original. We've got it worked out real nice with a nice big layer, and we went ahead and did the entire rooftop. What I thought might be somebody fixed something at the factory, well, it didn't turn out to be. They would have done that. They were idiots. The shit was soft all the way through, even in the fiberglass, and I ended up removing it all and putting a nice coat on this to reinforce the whole thing. It just kept sucking in, and so I just scratch that time and start over, and it looks pretty good. Let's see, we'll leave it all day today into the weekend and let it get real nice, rich, hard, and it'll be fun, and I'll finish it up on Monday. Alright, it's sitting in the paint booth for the weekend. All the roof has been reinforced and completely fixed. It looks really good. It turned out really nice, and it straightened out the big A.A.C.A imprint that was in the roof. Was, you know, I hope not to have gone as far, and that's one of the things that bites you in the ass, you know, is going over somebody else's work, and it just was done improper. I tried not to go as far. I ended up having to take it all the way out, all the way down to the web and everything, and grind it all out and lay out a whole new pattern on the inside to reinforce it, and it turned out real nice. It looks real good. It's going to sit and cure until Monday. We won't be over at the weekend working on this, so that's where it's going to sit for the weekend. Now we got to go work on a buddy's van for the weekend, tricking that out, but that's it until Monday. Alright, the last time we showed you the Vette, we're working on the roof. All this turned out real nice. It strengthened up the roof and did exactly what I wanted it to do. Flipping it upside down on the rotisserie. This area here on the roof, I was wrong. We ended up removing everything. The fiberglass that was on there was a big puddle of resin. That big dip you can beat on the roof. You can push on it. It's hard. You can get the whole car to move. The roof is nice and rigid. We threw 3 layers of nice thin matte on the inside and raked it, and turned out real nice. The roof looks real good, and it's real strong. Since then, I've been doing the other body work that was underneath since we had this thing upside down on the rotisserie. We did all this lower areas, lower spots, and cleaned it all up, mainly sanded off old bodywork. and got it a lot thinner and straighter on the car and stuff. It's really turning out good. Went ahead and put in our reinforcement bars across here to bonding adhesive, then mill in. Gave the fenders nice strength. It was good and strong from what I added, but that'll finish it up. Both of them are in all the way through. That's where we are. We've cleaned up all the undercarriage of the car. All the underneath is all straight and cleaned, and went ahead and baking powdered it and cleaned it all up and got it all ready to put. What I'm going to do is put a black chassis down through here where the original support bars and everything were. They were pretty rusty. We've cleaned them up pretty good bit. We still got a little cleaning to do on them, and we're going to take and stone guard all the other cars and put chassis black on it. The previous old damage in the back we've cleaned up, but it was too extensive just to cut the whole back of the car off. It's thick fiberglass. We've ground down and cleaned it, and got the outside cleaned up pretty good. It's good and strong. It's just rough, and we've cleaned it up a good bit though. But there's no sense in tearing off the whole back half of the car to replace some old damage that we've cleaned up and straightened up. We've removed almost all of their old body putty. Removed it all off the other side and everything else. This is the last half we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and put a nice skim coat on that. Now it's gauging real nice, and ready to finish that part up. And I've went ahead, since the hood's been off, we've had the hood in the paint booth and slick sanding that and smoothing that up, and the back valance piece under the back, and got them ready while the other stuff was drying. And we'll show you more later on. Alright, we got the bottom piece of the back of the front fender was completely broke off where it bolts in. Here's the other side, and that's what we're going to duplicate, that piece right there. We got a piece of metal clamped in place, but we're going to fiberglass, ground it all down, getting ready to put some resin and fiberglass on it. If you see it on the outside, just got a piece of metal clamped on there to make a new angle to give us a template that we can pop right back off, and it's just gonna fix that bottom corner. We've ran into a lot of little odds and end things with broken off pieces on the front, broken off little support there, and it's just been one of those things we've had to deal with. But it's came a long ways. I put a nice coat of metal glaze over the roof, and it's a nice big coat. I covered the whole entire thing and blocked it out real nice with 80 and 120, and it came out real thin. And it's real nice and stiff now, and it's just real nice to it. So that's all fixed and strong again. We're moving on to the back, and that's our next step. Is we've redone all the inside. We're probably gonna strip off most of this old mud and recoat it. All this area was full, and we don't even see why. But that's where we're at. All this front went over and got all this front body putty done, and all around the front edge, all under the front and down across it. All that's ready to put in slick sand and start priming. Alright, you see we got it in primer. Got all the major body work done. It'll be down to block sanding it and perfecting all the body lines with the hood and the headlights. All the body lines and everything with the doors, and all that's real nice. Got a real nice seam around everything. All our line down the sides real nice. But had it up here in a rotisserie and primed it yesterday, and then I primed it again during the night, and getting ready to shadow cast the whole thing and start blocking everything out. Alright, we got this back out in the shop. We went ahead afterwards. We fitted all the lights back in and done the body work right around the lights on both sides. I wanted to get the whole thing in primer. I had almost the whole entire car done, so I primed right up and left out the front a little bit where I was doing that. Now I've been working down these body lines. Now you see I've run a line, and then I run masking tape down the side, and I get my lines really nice and sharp and follow through into the side. Now it's drawn out a little extra, but what that does is give me all the body line real nice and sharp down through it to do all the sanding and blocking. Now I'm working through with sanding blocks on it right now, and I've shadow cast it. As you can see, different areas are darker, and you got your shadow casting. It's going to show you the lights and highs. I'm blocking it all out with 120 right now and 180, and then I'm going to reprime all these areas that I'm perfecting out, all the bodywork areas, and you'll see it again when I got it all primed out again. But that's how I'm doing all the lines. I got all the lines real nice and crisp, as you can see. And we worked out all the gaps in the hood, and all the gaps around all the lights are real nice and sharp. Moving right along with a good time frame on her. Everything's working out real good. Just had to get through some of the hardcore body damage, and that's all behind us. But as you see, I mean, I haven't started on this side with any of the taping and blocking out. Got it all in shadow cast, and we've went over. The roof has turned out really good. Shifted up. I only shadow cast a little bit, and what that's going to do is show me any lows and highs. I'm going to tape off these lines and start working on the roof after I get that other side done, and I'll bring it back onto it again. Alright, here she is again in the booth. Put her other coat of primer on it. I've shadow cast it and blocked out since we had so much body work to do to the entire car. Everything's been put into a gel coat polyester slick sand. All this will be blocked down and laid out with 180 all the way down to about 400, 320, 400. Our door gaps and everything are real consistent. The striker isn't in, so it might be a little variation, but it's very consistent all the way through at 3/16. All the body lines are very nice and sharp right now. If you look down the back lines and the crest lines, we keep them really sharp using the tape line and set everything up with a laser and then do it with a tape line. Just got done priming the whole thing again. Once we get this, we'll let out one more time and then we'll be ready for paint. She's all going to get blocked out real nice. She had quite more damage than we thought she did originally underneath all this, and it's going real well though. It looks real good. There's the inside of the hood. We went and fixed all the cracks that had some cracks all in around this, and we fixed all those and just put in a gel coat polyester primer and sealed all that up. That's where she is right now. Hope another week or so and she'll be ready to paint.